Welcome to Tourism Talk. I'm your host, Mary Hammond, Executive Director of the Paducah Convention and Visitors Bureau. My guest today is Brian Lasko from the Carson Center. Welcome, Brian.
How are you today?
Good. Welcome
Good.
back.
Yes, we've done a couple of these already.
I was thinking on my way here that we really have been here. This is our third time. We talked about the fall from last year and then the spring, and here we'll just kind of do an overview of the coming year, and it's
great,
including the summer.
Yes, and some of the shows that we'll be talking about today may have already taken place when viewers at home are watching this program, but just so people are aware, some of the things that are coming up in the near future as well as the fall and spring.
But we didn't want to leave out the summer schedule because there are some really good shows coming up, and it's summer music, and that's what's really fun.
Yeah, and I think we have a nice mix, a broad collection of shows. We've not done any shows during the summer in my tenure here. I've been here about 2.5 years now, and this is the first time that we're going to be doing summer shows. And the first of those is Nickel Creek, which will be running in just a few weeks. So again, people may find that the show has already played when they're watching this program. But Nickel Creek will be running the 13th of July. And then following Nickel Creek will be Smokey Robinson. And Smokey will be July 28th. And really looking forward to that as well.
Now, some people will be saying, isn't that during Summer Festival? Yes, it does. It's the last night of Summer Festival, but there's been good coordination there, so you won't miss the fireworks.
No.
So you can come down and enjoy the music on the riverfront, or you can come into the Carson Center, and then everybody come outside and see the great fireworks.
Right, yes. And fortunately, the Summer Festival is working well with us, and we'll make sure that no one misses the fireworks that night.
Can't do that.
No, absolutely not. Then we have one more summer show. On August 14th, we're going to have Hootie and the Blowfish. We have folks around town here who are more interested in seeing them, if we can get them to play golf than to perform. But we're hoping we can get them to do both.
Good. I haven't heard that from Fowler yet. So
yeah, right.
But, well, I think all of those, you may not even realize that you know music that's been done by all of these groups.
Oh, absolutely.
But you would, and you'll recognize all of it.
Yes.
Recently I was in a bookstore, and I said, what is that music? It is so nice, and it was Nickel Creek.
Yes.
And then, of course, Smokey Robinson, you will know so many of the songs, and Hootie as well.
Right, absolutely.
That's good.
Smokey Robinson produced and wrote many tunes that he didn't perform as well. He was the first vice president of Motown Records, and is a wonderful composer, lyricist, and of course artist.
I've been in that little house where they started all the Motown records. That's pretty amazing what music came out of that little bitty house.
Yeah, incredible artist came out of that.
This will be good. I'm going to have to be tuning up, listening to the music and getting ready.
Absolutely.
But then we go right into a great series, Broadway series.
Right.
And it's exciting to already be working with groups that want to come and are planning trips around the series. So
unusual for us this year, for the first time, 2 of our Broadway shows are actually on a Friday and Saturday night, which is a welcome reprieve for us. Too often we're on Tuesday and Wednesday nights, and some of these shows are indeed Tuesday and Wednesday nights, but 2 of them are Friday and Saturday, which is wonderful.
It makes it a special outing, especially if you are coming from out of town or in town. And please don't let anybody tell you, oh, I don't think you can get tickets.
Yes.
You can get tickets.
We find too often that rumors start that the show is sold out, when in fact we always have some tickets left. So just call the box office or go online and you can probably find tickets.
It's really hard for Brian to turn anybody away. You'll do anything to get people in there.
If we have a seat left to sit you,
that's right.
We'll get you in.
That's right. Well, Evita, how wonderful.
Yeah. Evita will be September 21 and 22. Andrew Lloyd Webber, of course, story of Eva Perón and the people of Argentina and that whole time period. She was a woman who started with absolutely nothing and ended up leading her entire country. And it's a wonderful story, very compelling, great music by Andrew Lloyd Webber. And it's going to be a wonderful production. And that will be Friday and Saturday night.
That's great. No Madonna. you know. But
Madonna had to cancel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Now, is this one that before you go, you should get a little idea of what the story is before you go to help you understand?
That's great. I'm glad you mentioned that. Probably for all of the shows on our Broadway series, it's a good idea to check our website or just do a Google yourself and do some background on these shows so that you understand the storyline in advance. We try to educate people, but internet is such an easy thing to do these days, and it's a great way to learn more about the show in advance of it.
It really does make you enjoy it so much more. At Man of La Mancha, there were some people that were just confused, and I just wanted to say, now, meet me at, you know, later, and we'll talk about this. But it just is so much more enjoyable if you can follow the story and appreciate the music.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Good. Then we go on to a really fun one by Billy Joel.
Right, Moving Out. 24 songs by Billy Joel, 5-time Grammy Award winner. He wrote such incredible story songs. Every song was a complete story, and it was just wonderful that Twyla Tharp put those stories into one piece of theater, and it's all movement with a band playing the songs live on stage, and you just follow these characters through 2 decades of their lives.
I didn't know what to expect of that. I didn't know if it was a story. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
2 characters.
It's all told through the Billy Joel songs. Twyla Tharp just put the songs together into such a format that you follow these characters' lives.
Good. Yeah. And Annie, everybody loves Annie.
The sun
and
will
I've
come
never
out.
seen it.
Really?
No.
Wow.
I know.
Well.
On American.
Yeah. We're doing a class acts performance for school students and the 2 public performances of Annie. And of course, I mean, it's a great classic, great songs, wonderful story. And we're looking forward to that on February 19th and 20th.
Good. And then right into Chicago.
Right. Again, a show that you probably should do a little research on, make sure that you understand the story and that you do know that it contains mature themes and subject matter. So be prepared for that. But it's a wonderful show. Of course, the film recently was very, very popular, and we'll be doing the live stage presentation.
I can't wait. I love, is it Big Mama?
Yeah.
She makes me laugh.
Yeah.
And then there's my traditional Lent music, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Absolutely.
Every year I have to go dig out my my music. But
I was just listening to it on the way to the studio this morning, and it's wonderful, wonderful music.
It is.
Again, Andrew Lloyd Webber, first rock opera, broke the mold for musical theater with this show, and we will have Ted Neely, who was in the film version of Jesus Christ Superstar, will be portraying the role of Jesus.
Oh, good. Ted Neely.
Yes.
We'll have to Google him.
There you go.
We'll learn more about him.
Absolutely.
But yes, I remember early high school years when this came out, and it was very big.
Right. Yes. Jesus Christ Superstar is April 29 and 30. We will be doing a student performance of that for high school students.
Now, when you say these shows for the students, if somebody has company in town and they would like to see it during the day, is there any chance of getting a ticket?
If we have extra seats available, we try to fit people into that, but it's really for the school students with their school groups, and that's our first priority.
Right.
Right.
But if it gets to be a few days ahead and someone just calls, but just keep in touch. Make friends at the box office.
Yes.
That's right.
Right.
Make
Absolutely.
friends at the box office so that they know you when you call.
Right.
And they'll help you out because they really are good people.
Yes. Yeah. They pride themselves on trying to take care of our customers.
Now, who have you got down there now in the box office?
Well, Emily Kemper runs the box office, and she has with her Lee Hanley, who's her right-hand person, and between the 2 of them, they take care of everything. And we've got Crystal with us now as a full-time group sales and running the Class Acts tickets portion of the Class Acts program. So.
Got it. It's a good crew.
Yes, absolutely.
That's good. Now, not to forget a favorite of many people, Hal Holbrook.
Right. Mr. Holbrook will be back. He's been to the center once before, and he's been in the area before, but he will be back one more time with Mark Twain tonight. Wonderful, wonderful performance by Mr. Holbrook, and he's a great performer, a wonderful, wonderful human being, and we're pleased to have him back.
Yeah. So appropriate for a river city.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. That's the truth. We just love him. And I've got my second page here.
Aha.
Mannheim Steamroller.
Yes.
Wow.
One night only. Mannheim Steamroller. Fresh air music. They put together about 8 albums in addition to their holiday music, but the Fresh Air series. And this will be fresh air music of Mannheim Steamroller. And we're looking forward to that.
I'm going to have to dig some of that. I haven't listened to that in some time. You know, you go through spurts in your music, and I went through a period of really listening to Mannheim Steamroller, so I'm going to have to dig that back out.
Please do.
And the caveman, tell me about this.
Yeah.
Now, I'm picturing the guy on the commercials. No.
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 No. Had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
This was written by Rob Becker, who was a performer, comedian, and he started doing Defending the Caveman, one-man show, taking it around the country. He went to Broadway with it. It's the longest running solo act on Broadway in history. It's now being viewed by millions of people all over the world. It's performed in 15 languages. It's presently being performed in 30 countries. It's just the differences between men and women, and it's told with great humor. And
you mean those differences go all the way back?
All the way back, and just how caveman-like men can be in particular.
No comment. So that's in the Meyer River Room.
Right, that'll be our first production in the Meyer River Room, and we're so pleased to be finally using the Meyer River Room as a performance space, in addition to it being used as a meeting space and a reception area. So
it's an intimate setting.
Yes, very much so.
Wonderful view of the river. So that'll be nice change.
Yeah, right.
That's
and
good.
We'll only be seating 241 people in the theater, in the Meyer River Room theater, and we'll be doing 8 performances. We'll be doing what we refer to as a Broadway week. We'll be running Tuesday through Sunday with 2 performances on Saturday and Sunday. A matinee and an evening show, both Saturday and Sunday.
So that means downtown will be hopping.
Well, we hope so.
I think that's good. Now, will we recognize this comedian when we see him? Or
No.
He's not a comedian.
No.
He is a comedian.
He was a person of the theater and put this piece together. Rob will actually not be with us. There'll be another performer doing the role. But I had seen Rob do it in D.C. and in a few other cities, and he's wonderful. But the material doesn't change. The material is still excellent.
Well, if you say it's good, I know it is.
Trust me on that one.
I know, I do. We trust you. We trust you on all of these, and you haven't steered us wrong.
Oh, well.
It's one of those where we always think that show was the best, and then here comes another.
Right, right.
So last year you branched off, besides the Broadway series, started the Carson series.
Right.
And it just made it difficult for all of us.
Too many choices?
Too many choices.
Well.
and we like all of it. So,
right.
But this is a great series.
Yeah, yeah. Again,
really
I think we have a great lineup, something for everyone, and we hope that everyone will come out a time or two to the Carson series as well. We'll start with Go, Diego, Go, which is the follow-up to Dora the Explorer. Diego
I missed that one.
Ah, yeah. Well, you must know Diego, who is Dora's cousin.
Okay.
And so Diego will be taking the stage this time with Go, Diego, Go.
Are they, I guess I'm picturing kind of like the school's mascots. Are they dressed like that? Or are they just, well, you know, when they have big heads and things, that's not,
no.
They're just regular performers?
Yes, right. Yeah.
I have to go see that.
You must.
I'm going to see that, okay.
Right.
It'll be a good laugh.
Yes, yeah. There are animated characters in addition to the actor personalities of Diego and Dora, but
no big heads.
Well, there might be a big head or two.
Okay. Then we'll step into the past.
Yes, with the coasters, drifters, and platters. Should be great fun. Everything from Charlie Brown to Yakety Yak. My goodness.
dancing in the aisles.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll try to get people to sit back down so everybody else can enjoy the show as well. But it's going to be a great, fun evening.
Everybody loves the old music.
Yes.
And it's just to have a night out on the town, come down, have dinner, go to the show. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Right. That will be October 19th.
19th.
Yeah.
That's a Friday night, so that's good.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
And following that, a week later, a week and 1 day later, we'll have Amy Grant performing with the Paducah Symphony. And we're pleased that we'll be pairing Amy Grant with the Paducah Symphony. I think it's a wonderful thing for this region to have that happening.
Good partnership.
And have Amy Grant be here.
Oh,
yes.
Amy Grant alone, but with the Paducah Symphony.
Yeah.
Should be knock your socks off. That'll be great.
Absolutely.
And so even though that's October, now she won't do any Christmas. This'll just
that'll be too early for
Christmas.
Right.
Oh,
it'll be October 27th.
What good sponsors you have this year.
Yes. Yeah.
I see. They're just, and it's such a varied group from you know, banks and credit unions and Credit Bureau and Dippin' Dots and Westlake. I mean, it's all over the place. I love it. USAC.
And our Broadway series is co-sponsored by CSI and Western Baptist Hospital, the entire series season. So we're very pleased to have all of our sponsors, in particular those two, for the Broadway series.
It takes the partnerships and the support of not just Paducah, McCracken County, but everyone around this area.
Absolutely.
And we're so appreciative. We're glad to have the Performing Arts Center, but then to see it filled with people, it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, when we come down to the office ourselves and go, what's going on?
Yeah.
There are all these
That's
people.
Great.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, and sometimes we have the place full, but it's not something that's open to the public because it's private receptions and things like that. But there are still, 1,000 people in the theater.
It's great.
So, yeah, it's great.
This next one is somebody that I Googled myself because I wasn't quite sure. It's across the board, so many talented people coming together in one show.
Yes, and the show is titled Bowfire.
I was waiting for you to say that. Bowfire.
Bowfire.
B-O-W.
Right.
Bowfire. Okay.
One word, Bowfire. And that will be November 1st. It's talented, virtuoso fiddle players, but from across the world. And some of them are Celtic step dancers in addition to being virtuoso fiddle players. So it's a wonderful evening and a little bit of everything. Very young sound and very young performers. And we hope that we'll be able to get some of our younger viewers out there to Bowfire.
That's great. World music.
Yes.
And when, especially young people, pulling all of the different styles of music together to find their own style of taking it all and mixing it together.
Yes.
It's the American way, so that's good.
Indeed.
Well, that'll be
the melting pot.
And Last Comic Standing.
Yes. That show should be running as our viewers are watching this program. It should be on NBC. It has run as often as 2 or 3 times in a week.
Yes,
but it's running
I've seen it
now, right? And the winners, the 4 runners-up, and the winner will be at the center on Sunday, November 4th, to do a performance at the Carson Center.
I didn't realize it would be this current season. I thought maybe it might have been a year or 2 past.
No.
It's not. Well, that's really exciting because if you watch it right now, which you can hardly miss it, it's on so often right now, you're getting the personality and you're getting to know the little clips about the person themselves, and that'll make this really exciting.
And they're doing, again, international contestants, so it has a different flavor and a broader appeal, and we look forward to having the runners-up and the winner at our place on November 4th.
I hope the guy who does the big gorilla will be in it. Did you see him?
Yes,
it was
he's
good.
funny.
He was
very funny.
Okay, and then Winona.
Then we get into our holiday shows. We'll have 2 holiday shows. Winona will be doing a classic Christmas. She put together a CD last Christmas, and it sold very well, and now she's putting it out and following it up with her tour. And fortunately, she's going to be with us on Saturday, December 14th, and really looking forward to having Winona at the center singing wonderful, wonderful classic, as she says on her CD, Christmas tunes.
both of the Christmas shows are very family-oriented.
Very much so.
Anybody would like them. And
yes.
I particularly like the one that is right before Christmas.
That's Eileen Ivers.
Yes, and I really like
it.
It's finally you get past the rush,
yes.
and you're ready to just really get into the feel of Christmas week, and I think that's good timing.
Yeah, right. I certainly hope so. You know, it's always a challenge, and you're running a risk that people might already be so into the holidays that there isn't time. But my sense is that all of the rushing is done the first 2 weeks of December, and people are ready for a nice warm evening together with family by the 22nd of December. And so Eileen Ivers will be doing an Irish Christmas, and it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful show.
And once again, here you've got the Cedar Homes.
Yep,
people.
absolutely.
That's
Lindell
that's
Cedar Homes
Cedar
and
Homes.
Kentucky Lake Custom Homes.
Everybody from Milner and Orr and Funeral Home and Chip Wynn. I mean, you've just, what great supporters.
Yes, yeah, we're very fortunate to have folks like, especially Lindell Cedar Homes. This is their, I think, 3rd year sponsoring a show, and we love having them with us.
Now, Eileen Ivers. Once again, she's one I Googled and saw that she's helped. She's been in the, well, help me out here.
She was
Celtic Ladies or Celtic Women. She's one of those groups that she was one of the founding members.
Right, and she was originally with Riverdance.
Riverdance,
yeah,
yes.
She was the first
She's
fiddle
multi-talented.
player.
Oh,
yes.
really? She's multi-talented then.
Yes, absolutely.
And then
and we have one more show left, and that is on November. I'm sorry, since when is Valentine's Day in November? On Valentine's Day, February 14th. We'll have John Tesh, an evening with John Tesh.
And I'd say better get your tickets for that one and make your reservations at the restaurant.
Right.
Because that's
make sure you have your flowers.
Yeah, get your flowers now. You might as well. Can you not do a package deal on this?
Well, maybe we can hook that
I'm sure
up.
There's some downtown florists who would love to work with you.
Right, yes.
Get this package deal going so that the men only have to make the one phone call. But John Tesh, oh my goodness, that would be a great romantic evening.
Yes, yeah. People certainly know him from his days. He was even in Nashville as an on-air personality in Nashville for a while, but he is a DJ now, airs his show. We hear it here in this region and as well around the country, and he performs a great evening of music. He'll have a
it'll be great. Now, if they miss that, if you miss getting that, you can always do a backup, and Annie is the week after.
Yes.
So you got you covered here.
Yeah.
Going to be able to do this. Now,
absolutely.
Your website, the Carson Center.
Correct.
Not just Carson Center,
no.
put the THE in front of it,
right.
.org.
Correct.
Bookmark that. And I hope that people watching this will have bookmarked Paducah.travel. No .com after that. It's a new one.
Yes.
Paducah.travel. And keep up to date on what's going on in not only at the Carson Center, but in downtown Paducah, so that when you come down, you can enjoy the experience of being in downtown.
Absolutely.
And it is an experience, one that we sometimes take for granted.
Yes, those of us who live right in the area do take it for granted too often.
I invite anybody who wants to hear comments to come sit at the Visitors Bureau for an hour and just hear what people have to say as they come in and how pleasantly they are surprised by our community.
Yeah.
And just strolling the streets and the wonderful restaurants that we have.
We're very, very fortunate to have such wonderful restaurants and the quantity of wonderful restaurants that we have.
The restaurants, the attractions, it is a sophisticated destination. And I know that it's hard for us all to go, Paducah, Kentucky, are we a sophisticated destination? But we are. And thank you to the Carson Center for helping us take that step up. Things really changed when the Carson Center and the Artist Relocation Program started, and the two together, and the rest of the community has been inspired by that. Even the folks who had been here for a long time and really had worked hard to survive on Broadway in the downtown area. So it's a group effort.
And you can see
good thing.
Downtown redeveloping now pretty dramatically, and that's great. It's exciting.
It is exciting. I'm glad to be a part of it, as I know you are.
Absolutely.
And you've made Paducah home, and I love that.
Yes, indeed.
Well, Stop by and see Brian. You know where he is. He's on Kentucky Avenue between Water and 2nd Street. If you haven't been into the Carson Center, stop by, meet those folks at the box office. You might even get to peek in and get a, yeah. I'm sure they can.
If they're available at the
yes.
box office and they have the time to do it, they'll be happy to show you into the theater.
We really want this to be your performing arts center. Take ownership of this. This is your community. Know what's here. Be proud of it. And come down, bring your family and your friends. And when you have people come visit, be familiar. Show it off.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Because it is the crown and the jewel.
That's right.
Or the jewel and the crown,
now,
more
what's
appropriately.
The phone number?
For box office is 450-4444.
450-4444.
Correct.
All right, you can remember that one.
Yeah.
That's
or
good.
You can go online at thecarsoncenter.org. And again, as you mentioned, the THE is very important. Otherwise,
yes.
you go out to some other Carson Center out in California somewhere, and we don't want that happening.
Probably in Nevada or something.
Okay.
But yes, it's so easy because you can buy your tickets right online.
Absolutely.
It picks good seats for you. If you don't like that, start over. Try for some new ones.
Yeah.
And it gives you a little bit of time in there to make your decision, to go dig up a credit card.
Right. It'll actually freeze those seats for you for 7 minutes. So
7 minutes, good.
Yeah, right. So you have time to talk about it and look at it on a map and see if you like those seat locations. And if that doesn't work for you, always call the box office.
Right. And don't forget, if you have a special occasion, if you have a reception, family reunion, whatever is going, and you need a big space, don't forget the Carson Center is available.
Yes.
It's a wonderful venue to be able to be out on the deck even.
Yes. We've recently had a 60th wedding anniversary party. We've had 2 wedding receptions, one in the lobby and one up in the Meyer River Room on the same night. So
it's a great setting.
All sorts of locations, all sorts of opportunities. Give us a call at 270-443-9932.
39932. 443-9932.
Correct.
You can do that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's if you wanted to talk about renting a space.
Or those folks at the box office. They'll get you to the right person.
Yes, they will.
They're
too.
good.
Yeah.
They're good. Thanks again for being here.
Mary, my pleasure.
Thank you for making such a good schedule.
Well, thank you. We're very pleased with it, and we just hope that that the folks of this region will come out and support it with some ticket sales.
I know they will.
Great.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the Carson Center. Thanks for joining us.